Before we start the video, just a quick reminder that I do have a Discord server, so if you haven't yet, please join it. We can chat there, and also it's a good way for me to communicate with you in case something bad happens to the channel. If you're interested, the link to it is in the description. Yo, what's up guys, it's OverlordX and I, and welcome to a new Ninjago video. I caught wind that some people are close to finding the site I mentioned yesterday and they want to distribute the information there first, so change of plans. We're doing this today. I'm sure that you guys are very interested in hearing about this news, so let's go ahead and get started. Please keep in mind that none of the information I will provide is officially confirmed, so take it with a grain of salt, and all of this information comes from a site called VK. I'll put a link to each post as well as the collection of the site leaks in the description for you to follow. Since the site leak images are preliminary though, they cannot be in the video's visuals due to copyright reasons, so sorry for the inconvenience. I'll also include a link to the thread on Discord where I found this from. Huge thanks to R2 in the Ninjago Discord. So this guy, Ninjago Man's Corner, he posted most of these things on February 14th, some of them on the 13th even. However, we continue a couple days ahead to February 17th, and that is when the sets leaked. I gave this information another look and compared it to the sets. Guess what? The descriptions fit. Let's go one by one, and keep in mind that all of this information was written in Russian. Again, huge thanks to R2 and DP Videos NL for translating most of this information. First is a description of the ninja, which we can clearly see from the sets. It pretty much sums up that they are wearing scuba suits, they will use tranquilizers and stuff, but the Nia description is the most interesting thing here in my opinion. It says that she will be wearing shoulder pads, which will hopefully be the ZX ones. I'd love to see those return. And as for her train, which I believe is the extension of her torso clothing like seen on the island suits, I looked up the definition and that is what I could infer. It's in blue. Of course, I'm not entirely sure about where this train is in the body, but that seems interesting. Of course, it's not a legit train though, like Thomas the Tank Engine. What makes this specific piece of info reliable is that it says that Nia will use power pieces from LEGO superheroes, which can be seen in the Temple of the Infinite Sea leak. Second is a description of the villains. Unfortunately, nothing new, but again, it has info which makes it reliable. The villains do reuse the char headpiece, they do wear golden shoulder pads, some do have the black dragon hilt with a dark sai, the main villain is purple, it has a new headdress mold, and it is riding a carriage in the Hydro Bounty. The wrong thing that it mentions though is that the main villain's eyes are red while the season 15 poster shows it as green. It could be an inaccuracy between the sets and the show, but we'll see. Next up, Lloyd's Hydromech. Unfortunately, nothing new, but again, more information that makes it reliable. The sword it has is about the same size as that from Lloyd's Titan mech, the big dark green shoulder pad piece, etc, etc. Fourth, what we formerly called the Amphibian Submarine, but it is actually the Ninja Subspeeder. Don't know why the first name came around, but oh well. Not much is new, so I won't waste any more of your time on what we already know, but here is something interesting. The wheels can rotate like Scott's tuner car from season 12. So in other words, it can go into a flying mode, or maybe an underwater mode. That is super cool. I think it is a very unique feature for a J vehicle, especially given the propellers on the car's wheels. If you look closely at the HD image of the Ninja Subspeeder, you can see two pieces. I'm unsure what the LEGO community calls them, but they are those that can bend and put two Technic connections at different angles, so more evidence. Fifth, the Water Dragon. Before, we didn't know what minifigs came in it, but now we do. Nia, Zane, two of the villains, I've heard they are called Mare guards, that can be seen in the HD box art, and the main villain. The description goes on to give details about the side build with the Storm Amulet and Zane's Bathyscaphe, which is pretty much a submarine. You can see at least one of those in each of the bigger Season 15 sets, but now, hear this. We have a plot leak. This next excerpt seems to confirm that Zippy, the dragon we met in Season 14, becomes the Water Dragon. This makes sense because we saw it befriend Nia, and looking at the set itself and comparing its physical details, especially the head horns, it's evident to me that this could be true. Also, since it mentions the name Zippy later in the description. Again, the rest of this information we already knew, but nice. Sixth, the Temple of the Infinite Sea. The minifigures mentioned are Nia, Kai, two snake villains, and the main villain, but we don't know the sixth since there are supposedly 6 in the set. I want to say Cole since we can see a minifig in the preliminary box art with a spear-like weapon, but anyways. It goes on to mention Kai's Bathyscaphe and all, but then hear this. The amulet in the middle of Ojira's body is apparently called the Tempest Amulet. It makes sense since Tempest means violent storm, and remember that Ojira is a storm spirit. The rest of the information pretty much describes the details of the temple, like it can separate into 5 different parts, and it claims that it will also include the purple storm amulet from Season 14, which makes sense since we can see multiple amulets in the leaked set image. Also, Season 14 is probably tied to Season 15. 7th, the Hydro Bounty. It apparently has 8 minifigs. The main villain, a snake villain, Kai, Jay, Zane, Cole, Lloyd, and an unnamed character. However, given the other 5 ninja and giving the set image another look, it's Nia. It has to be. So yeah, I can say with certainty that all 6 ninja are in this set. This is awesome. This will definitely attract a lot of people to the Hydro Bounty in my opinion. Nothing new apart from mentioning a Lloyd bathyscaphe, but since it mentions Cole is swimming, I want to say that the second bathyscaphe is Nia's. I think the color scheme fits based on the leaked image, but who knows, that wasn't described. The rest of the info we already knew, like the details of the Hydro Bounty and the main villain's carriage. Oh yeah, and there are retractable cannons on the side. Woot woot! I'm gonna love that play feature. Kai's blade cycle, nothing new. Final flight of the Destiny's Bounty, nothing new. And Kai's Fire Dragon. Now we have some stuff to talk about. For minifigs, it will come with Legacy Wave 1 Kai, Legacy Wave 1 Zane, strangely sporting a titanium head, a Skullkin, which is clearly Whiplash in my opinion, might be the same one from the epic battle in the winter, and Anniversary Nia. Cool minifig selection, but Zane is the only ninja I feel iffy about because since when was he in titanium during the pilot episodes? I'm hoping that LEGO isn't getting lazy about printing his human face, but apart from that, nothing new. And finally, the Ultrasonic Raider. It will have 2 unknown serpentine, hopefully at least one of them is new for the summer. It says that it will come with a red accessory, so hopefully a Fangpire. But there is a selection in the rest of the set which could be considered disappointing in my opinion. Kai, Jay, and Cole are fine, but here are the rest. Legacy Wave 1 Zane and Anniversary Zane. We don't know if Legacy Wave 1 Zane will wear a titanium head, but dang, this is disappointing. Why couldn't Zane and Nia switch sets, and then have the Fire Dragon switch Legacy Wave 1 Zane for Jay or Cole? Zane could have also fit very well in the Overlord Dragon this winter. That dragon could have very well been delayed to the summer, now that I think about it. It didn't even have a golden anniversary figure. Look at it. I really don't like this, but apart from that, the only commentary left is that the Ultrasonic Raider looks like the Ultra Stealth Raider from Day of the Departed. It can be perceived as a 4+ set at first glance, and there is no clear evidence for what the side build is. Now, I know what some of you guys are going to say in the comments, Zane fans or not, oh, maybe it's not that bad of a thing to have 2 Zanes in one set. Well, for me, it's just odd. We've never seen Ninjago sets have 2 versions of the same ninja in one set, at least from the knowledge that first comes to my mind. Anyways, that's my take. Yeah, apart from that, that's all I have to say. Remember that none of the information here is confirmed, so take it with a grain of salt. What did you think of the news we covered? Please let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out. Bye.